Homebrew Wednesday. Like the shirt? My sister and I finished watching all the Star Wars. Well, not all, because still got Rogue One and Solo Story. I've seen them all. She hasn't, so she's a big Star Wars fan now. She's a big nerd like me. Sure you can appreciate that. This is a little bit of a benchtop, not homebrew, but benchtop IPA from this is Soft Crash. Really good, really good stuff. Had a great brew weekend. Cheers, by the way. Man, I love benchtop. What hops is this? Does it say? Come on, hope it says. Oh, Galaxy. Duh. Galaxy double dry hopped. Should have recognized that hop because it reminds me of Dropkick Nate. So anyway, this weekend I got to do the reboot on the brew day with my buddy Stein. So I'll put up a little bit of footage. I put up my iPad. We kind of FaceTimed and did the whole brew day together. We did the porter collab. So it's a porter that he did the grist, I did the hops, and then we both picked different yeasts. I think I went with a mix of London Ale, as it turns out, some West Coast IPA dry yeast from Austria, I think. I think it's one of those dry packs I had left over from the last convention I went to. But it's lucky that I had it, because I decided the day or two before, to brew an imperial strength porter, target 8%, instead of what we originally had planned, which I think is a 6.5% or 7%. I think Stein did the 6.5, 7%ish. So his gravity came out, I think, I want to say 1065, like right out what he wanted, and mine came out at 1071. So, which is a couple points shy. I wanted 1073, but I'll take 1071. That's close enough. System's still working great. I did have a little bit of issue on the sparge. The sparge was kind of slow, but I think that was because I still need to adjust the rollers a little bit wider on my grain crusher. And we had 2 pounds of flaked oats in this thing, so obviously it's going to be a little harder to sparge. So I think that's what the cause was. And I could tell that my pumps are working because the false bottom is now a little concave. So anyway, I'll show some footage here. I'll fill it up. That doesn't sound good.
Nah, it's just about getting to the right strength.
Yeah. What got you interested?
I mean, Jim Donnelly brewed years ago.
Yeah. All right. So, brew day today, doing this porter collab with my buddy Stein. He is a brew in the bag, and got my brew buddy with me, and an easy hop schedule. Look at that color. All right, so video on. So this is a demonstration of how much faster a brew in the bag is than oh, I'm looking at Stein. I thought you had your oh, there we go. Stein's already past hot break, and I'm still sparging into the bucket. We started at the exact same time. But yeah, it was a really cool brew day. Fun. And he finished before me because he does a brew in the bag. So he's got a little pulley, he gets a ladder and a pulley, kind of like I've seen Kevin Clements do with his grainfather. And he kind of hoists his bag up and then gets his rubber silicone gloves and squeeze all the remaining wort out. But his process is so much faster than mine because, you know, I have to sparge for like an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, depending on what kind of beer it is. So he still hung around to the end with me, which was kind of cool. Yeah, really awesome brew day. Thanks, Stein. That was fun. Really enjoyed that. And now we get to look forward to this porter when it gets due. We'll do a beer exchange and, you know, probably film our side-by-side review. So that's cool. Then I added the dry hop for the IPA, the fresh squeezed clone from Deschutes. When I say clone, I just kind of made it up myself. I kind of looked at the can, kind of tried to get an idea of what was in it, and just made it. It got all the way down to. Did I check the? Yeah, I checked the gravity. It dropped from, man. I'm not looking at the. Was it 1065? Yeah, I guess 1065, all the way down to 1009 or something like that. So it's, I want to say it's about a 7.1, 7.2, maybe 7.3% IPA. I was targeting a 7%. The sample tastes really great, so I put in the second doses, and I'll check the gravity on that. I should have looked at the board before I came in here, the board. But I put the dry hops in, the Cryo, Mosaic, and was it Mosaic and Citra? No, it wasn't Citra. Man, I'm losing my mind. I guess it was Mosaic and Simcoe, maybe. Maybe it was Citra and Mosaic. I think that's what it is, Citra and Mosaic. But it's the same two hops that are in this double IPA I just got from Benchtop. Had the exact same hops in it, so that's cool. I did use some Magnum for bittering, but so that thing should be. Let's see, I should start cold crashing that on Thursday, and then I'll probably have it on tap this weekend. We're doing Oktoberfest for our friends. I got a friend who's having a birthday party, so I went out and got him this really cool gift. So for my birthday party back in July, they came down and brought me that cool brass growler that lets you hook up a little CO2 cartridge and serve out of it. So I thought that was awesome. He's the same friend that I talked about last week that I did the smoking with. So I went to the hardware store down the street, and they got this basement, and I think they're the largest grill distributor in the region. It's amazing. You go down there, it's like Christmas. There's like grills galore. So you got the smokers on one side, the grills on the other. They've got all kinds of accoutrements and tools and gadgets and spices and sauces, and I could spend all day down there just looking at everything. And they got some really cool toys like remote Bluetooth, like meat monitors where you can check keep your temperature on your phone and all that. I mean, it's really cool. So I got him this, and I wanted to get him something that you wouldn't buy for yourself, but you could really use it. Kind of like when you go to a wedding and somebody gives you a flask or something, you wouldn't normally buy it yourself, but I found this. He better not be a subscriber of mine. I don't think he is. But I found this this barbecue lighting tool. It's called the Luft lighter. Let me show you a picture of it. Hold on. It's the Luft lighter, and here's the picture of it. This bad boy is from Sweden. It's a product of Sweden, and it's electrical, I guess. You plug it in, and it starts your fire with superheated air. There's no flame, there's no gas, there's nothing like that. It's got a 10-foot power cord on it. And yeah, I guess you just kind of hold it up to the fire and hit the button or whatever, and just shoots in the hot air and lights your wood. I guess it only takes like max 60 seconds. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. So I think he's gonna like this. So yeah, I'm excited. So they're gonna come over Friday. I'm taking Friday off from work. If my boss approves it, but I'm assuming he will. But I'm taking Friday off from work. I'm gonna set up the jockey box. I'm gonna take the rest of the Oktoberfest and the brown ale that I have, and we'll just go out in style on Friday. And we're doing like German sausage, or real authentic German bratwurst, some kind of meat over noodles, and red cabbage, and like just the whole nine, strudel, all that. And then of course I supply the beer. But my wife had we bought these, or not bought, our friends who retired from the Army had all his household goods, you know, stored over the years in the storage thing, and it was like this huge warehouse full of stuff. And he and his wife retired from the Army, and they have, you know, their house isn't going to be big enough to house all these, because every time you move, you get more stuff every country you go to. So they had just massive amounts of stuff. I mean, it was like a flea market. And he called up all his friends, said, hey, you want to come? You can, anything you want is yours. He took stuff that he wanted, put it in the corner, and then everything else, just take it. So, you know, I found a bunch of beer steins and beer glasses from Germany and all kind of cool stuff. And Heather found this fest table, like a fest, like an Oktober, like a fest table, this wooden, you know, the wooden table and then the long wooden benches that go on each side. So she got that. She spent the last couple of weeks refinishing it and putting more new polyurethane on it. So that thing's ready to go. So we're gonna bust that out. I'll bring up the jockey box, and yeah, we'll just have a little neighborhood, little small grouping Oktoberfest. So I know it's a little late, but it's still October. So just replace the C with a K. We're good. So anyway, that is my update today. Kind of short one. I'll leave. I don't think I have a whole lot of video to do, but I'll put up what I have. Hope you have a happy homebrew and a very, very happy homebrew Wednesday. Cheers.